guys, happy Friday. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Today's video is an update video. I think at the end of January I started my process with you guys here of like lightening and making my armpits look softer. That's something that started to happen in the summer. That started to go the opposite way in like the summer of 2019. I noticed that my armpits were getting a little darker. They've always had like a texture, but I just was like, why not? And now that I'm home, now that we're all home, I feel like this is just a better time for me to work on the things that I usually just put to the side because I'm too lazy or I don't want to address. I have nothing but time now, so I'm going to continue to work on my armpits. So, to show you guys what they look like right now, I do feel like the color has changed drastically. I don't know if I want to get that close because I don't really know how good of a shape I gave you guys, but this was very, very dark up here, like extremely, and it's still dark, but nowhere nearly as dark, I think. At one point, I would say that my armpits were the same complexion as like my arm here. Definitely, like, this wasn't even a thing. I just put my armpits up, and what you might notice was deodorant. They were definitely the same complexion, and then it just started to get like a darkerish green, and then it went to like a dark gray, a darkerish gray, and I decided to try and fix that. So the two things that I have been doing, I stopped with the turmeric mask. I think in the last video I told you guys I was doing that. It was working fine. I think just for me, the reason why I don't like to do sometimes like homemade type of things for your hair or your body is when I'm ready to like hop in the shower and do this, I'm upstairs already and I'm not remembering that I gotta go back downstairs into the kitchen and make the turmeric and get all the ingredients. It was just taking too long and I stopped doing it. But I will say that for the 3 weeks that I did use it, I did start to see changes. I just wanted more of a product that I could keep in my bathroom. Don't have to worry about it expiring, or if I made this on Tuesdays, it's still gonna be good on Friday, which is too much. So the two products that I am using, the first one is Soap and Glory. I have heard about this on here probably so many times and I just never, I don't know why I never thought to buy it. I don't know, I never thought to buy it. So the one that I have is the Scrub of Your Life. It's good for your elbows, your knees, all them good areas. And this, I heard you need to exfoliate regularly. But you don't want the exfoliator to be too harsh because it's thin skin and it will just aggravate it. So that's where I think I was going wrong. Like, I exfoliate my armpits here and there, but I was using like rough body scrubs. While this works for your body, it has a little bit more of like a gel-like consistency to it. You can see some on the corner there. So it makes it a lot softer on my armpits, and not to the point where I think I'm using this about 3 to 4 times a week. I definitely use it on days when I have deodorant on. It's just a routine. If I have deodorant, and especially if you're wearing antiperspirants, you should be exfoliating when you get in the shower to remove that from your skin, because what tends to happen is antiperspirants, which I'm not using anymore, but when I was using them, they trap the sweat. The whole purpose of them is to dry up the sweat and trap the scent, right? You don't want to be smelly with antiperspirant. But it's sitting on another layer of your skin. It's not like it extracts it and puts it in there. It's basically like suppressing the sweat, suppressing the scent. And it's good to use an exfoliator to kind of lift that stuff off. Whatever chemicals are in there on your armpits, so just lift them off. Especially when I'm getting ready to shave or remove my hair, I do that to make sure that it's a clean removal process. So in addition to that, what I am using daily, especially on days that I'm you know, in my armpits messing around, is this Gold Bond Rough and Bumpy Daily Therapy Cream. Now, when I was doing my research, I found that you are supposed to be moisturizing your armpits. I never knew that until I was 26 years old. I am 26 now. I always thought that if you had a deodorant like Dove or a deodorant that has a good amount of moisture in it, I don't need to put lotion there. But that's part of the reason why my skin was like textured and bumpy and just felt a little dry. Like, it would feel smooth when I shaved it, but like in a few days it just felt rough. So I've been using this. But what you don't have to necessarily use this one, but the thing that I did read in my research is you want to make sure that it's fragrance free, non-irritating, and this one is also non-greasy. So you don't want anything to kind of clog up the pores underneath your armpits, because that could also lead to like, it's not like acne, but you'll clog your pores. You want it to be soft and sensitive enough, because that skin, again, is sensitive, and you don't want to be putting something harsh there. And fragrances and dyes sometimes have that. So it looks like this. I put this on, it has no scent, I don't know why I smell it, it's a habit. I put this on daily, and honestly, since I've been using the scrub in other areas of my body, like my knees, my elbows, you know that little like crevice between the butt, where the butt ends and your thigh is, that tends to be for Black women, and Black and Hispanic women, an area that just gets a little darker. I use it there, and then I put the lotion on top. I kid you not, probably day 3, my skin was so much softer, and I was like, what did I put on? Like, why do I feel so smooth? And then this combination is what I remembered. I've been doing it ever since. So that's part of the reason why I feel that my armpits, they look a little smoother. Like they used to just look rough. Like even when it still is kind of like that, because up here was always a dry patch, and I know that it's gonna take some time to just get it to be the way that I want. But I used to shave and there'd be no hair there, and they would still look rough. So I'm finding, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, that they look a little, let me not get too close, because like I said, I don't know if I got a clean shave for you guys, but you know, TMI, whatever. I find that they look smoother, and I think that was just my goal. I wanted my armpits to feel softer, look softer, a little bit healthier. I tend to model for people, like friends, family, from time to time, and you know, naturally, like all women or people in general, you have insecurities, and I really was not comfortable now at that point being in front of a camera, having my armpits up, and them looking the way they did. So this is my update. I'm gonna try this again for another 2 months, and then come back, or probably a month or 2 months, and come back and update you guys. I'm really hoping that this combination will just continue to improve my armpits, and I'll see the change that I want, and I'll share with you guys. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you in my next video.